Would you like to max out the power of your Starlancer Max while keeping the signature down as much as possible? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to build your Starlancer so that you can fly it solo. First up, for the weapons, we want to go to Loadout here. You can find Loadout on Hurston. Now there's a bunch of weapons that you can buy, but I'm going to go with attritions this time around, but I will show you how to get Panthers on there as well if you're a little bit more PvP orientated. But this is probably more a PvE ship. But first, let's go get the weapons. We're at Loadout here at the spaceport. If you don't own the Starlancer yet, you can buy it right here at New Deal for about 8 million, thereabout. Just go in there and you can go buy it. But we're going to go get the weapons. You need to go to the business district to buy the attritions. Let's go down here and I'll show you exactly how to head over to it. If you already know, I do have timestamps that you can just skip forward. But I like to show newer players, maybe they don't know how to navigate just yet. But just run forward. Eventually, you'll find this area where you can go right or you can go forward. Just go forward and we'll get onto the train here. Very important to get on it. You see it's already here. We're very lucky. Let's get on it and we'll go to the business district. We're finally here. We're just going to make our way over to that entrance. Once here, we want to go up the steps. Eventually, you'll get to this entrance and you'll see this golden statue. Just make a right. You'll see the showroom on your right. So here's the showroom. Eventually, you'll reach this room where you can find all the guns. You want to buy the attritions here. Just go to the terminal. Now for our attritions, we want to buy attritions 4. Since this is the type of guns the ship takes, we want to buy 4 of these. Why do we take attritions? Well, they do the most amount of damage plus the repeaters, making it a little bit easier to hit smaller ships. The only downside of attritions is their projectile speed is way slower than CF repeaters, making it not the best for PvP, but for PvE it's probably the best damage that you can get. So we're gonna buy 4 of these. Now that we have our guns, let's customize them by hitting F1, going to vehicles, selecting our ship at the top here, MISC Starlancer, go to vehicle weapons. Now for weapons, if you wanted to go CF repeaters, luckily for us, our turrets already have them on, right? So you can just remove them from your turrets and put them on your ship if you do not want the attritions. But for now, just remove your turret weapons. They will eat up extra power if you're playing solo. So this is why I'm removing them at the moment. Just hit save. But the real weapons that we want to replace is the cannons here. So we're going to replace them with our attritions here. And just hit save and we're all good to go. But if you wanted to, you can replace them with your turret weapons, which you don't really have to buy since you already have them, right? Now that we're done with customizing our ship here, let's go to Orison to buy the rest of our parts. Go to Orison. We're just going to hit F2, type in Orison here on the left, and then we can route. You can see it is at Crusader. We're finally at Orison here. I have no idea what's going on with the colors, but we basically want to head over to that little spider there. It only has 4 legs. Something happened to it, but we want to land there. All landed at Orison. Now I'll show you how to get to Cousin Crow. To get to Cousin Crow, you just want to head to the spaceport here and run forward. Eventually, you'll see this area and just keep left. Once you reach this blue elevators, you just head over to the shuttle station. When you get to the shuttle station, you want to take the left shuttle here. Lucky for us, it just arrived. This will take us to Cousin Crow. We have arrived. We can just go up the steps here and just go forward. Once you see this little ship right here, make a left and just follow the blue line. Eventually, we should see a set of little steps right here. You can see there's a little board saying Cousin Crows. Let's go forward and there is the shop. We can head inside. And here you will find the terminals to buy most of the things. But first, let's go down the steps here. All the way down. And then here's the terminals. Let me show you what to buy here. Using it. For our coolers, we want to go with stealth coolers. The Starlancer coolers are probably one of the best in game, but they're not stealthy enough. They will push up your signature. This is why we're going to go with stealth coolers here. Icebox are perfect. I'm going to buy 2 just for in case I need them. Since recently, the Super Hornet overheated and I lost the radar. But sometimes you don't even need coolers. But for now, I'm just going to buy it to make sure that I have enough. I can always turn them off in the ship if I wanted to, but for now I'm just going to buy them to make sure. It's 47,000 each. I'm going to buy 2 of these. For the quantum drive, I like to go with stealth quantum drives because they reduce your EM signature and your IR signature. EM is more for nav mode, so that you don't get missiled when you run. But if you don't like this one, because it's a little bit slow and not that efficient, with fuel you can always go with the Hemera, since it is very fuel efficient and pretty fast as well, so very good one. But I like to be a little bit more stealthy, right? So I'm going to go with the Bolt here. It's the base stealth quantum drive that you can buy. This is basically all we need from this shop. Let me customize my ship by hitting F1, going to Vehicles, Starlancer Max. Before we do anything, we want to remove the jump drive so we don't lose it. So just unequip, hit save. Now we can go to systems here. Here is the coolers. I'm just going to replace them with the icebox. Like I said previously, maybe this is not necessary. If it isn't, then we can save a lot of power. But I just like to be safe, right? And then for the quantum drive, I'm going to go with the Bolt here and hit save. And don't forget to re-equip your jump drive here as well and hit save. Now all that we need is the shields and the power plants. We're going to buy these at GrimHEX. Let's quickly head over. To go to GrimHEX, just open up your map here and type in Grim. Luckily, it's super close to Crusader, right? Only a couple of jumps and we're already there. It's going to take us about 7 seconds. We managed to make it to GrimHEX here. I'm quickly going to land and I'll show you exactly where to buy the power plants and the base shield that you can find. The place where we want to go to is called Dumpers Depot. We're at the spaceport here. Just going to make our way over to the elevator. Take the elevator down, I believe. Once here, we can just head up the steps. And to our left should be another set of steps. We can just go up all the way. And when we look back, we should see the entrance of Dumpers Depot. There by the arrow. Once here, we can just head inside. And we should be able to buy everything we need. And then we can go do a bounty hunting mission. Unfortunately, it's occupied. But just underneath here is another terminal that we can use. For our power plants, we want to buy 2 Cyruses. So just hit buy and buy 2 of these. Very stealthy, will keep your EM very low. So that if you get missiled, you can flare off the missiles quite easily. So very important for missiles. And will be a little bit more stealthy, but the Starlancer is quite big. So very difficult to hide. But at least this will help with missiles. For shields, we're going to go with the Powerplant. This has the base shield HP that you can buy and the base shield regeneration. The only downside is the component doesn't have a lot of component health. So if they use ballistics, this can potentially break, but I've never had it broken before on me, at least not for PvE. So definitely a very good shield. Buy this one. Now we can customize our ship here. Hit F1, Vehicles, Starlancer. We go to Systems. Here for our power plants, we're going to remove the Lux Core. These Lux Cores are very good, best in game for the amount of power you get, but not stealthy enough, right? If you have a multi-crew ship, Lux Core is very good. You do not want to replace this, but because this is a solo ship, we're going to go with stealth components. There we go, save. And then finally, for our shield, we're going to go with the Powerplant here. Very good shield, even for multi-crew, we want to take this. So save as well. Now let me show you how to manage the power of your Starlancer. We're in our Starlancer here. Let's manage the power. So if I look to my right here and I zoom in, I'm just gonna quickly manage the power. I'm gonna turn off one cooler. I'm gonna turn off life support here. Just gonna keep one cooler for myself. It's very difficult to actually see what's going on. But you want full power to guns, full power to thrusters, and full power to shields here. You can see the infrared is 10,000. Our EM is only 12,000 and our cross section is 10,000. It will be a little bit less when facing ships, our cross section, since this takes the top cross section into account. So pretty decent all rounded here for our signature. Keeping it close to almost under 10,000 is very decent for us. Let's go see how the ship performs in a bounty hunting mission. For our bounty hunting targets here, we've got 2 Car-X. There's the first one and there's the second one, and our main target is a C2. I want to try and take these ships and fight them one by one. I'm going to mark the first one here, the second one. I'm gonna see if I can fight maybe this one first or the middle one. Let me just see if I can get to them. I'm gonna see if I can drag this one out first. Hopefully will come to me so I don't constantly have to fight all of the other ones. It's slowly but surely closing. You can see here 8.4 should be soon where we can engage each other. Plus my radar is locked so it will come towards me. I do not want to aggro all of the other ones. The car wreck is pretty scary, but we'll see what we can do against it. Hopefully our shield faces are big enough. Here we go. We can shoot it. Well, almost. See if we can take this thing down before it completely kills us. It definitely has way more damage than us with all of the turrets. But I'm still trying to maneuver here and there so that I can nose on it. It's pretty red now though. We should be able to defeat it soon, I believe. Nobody interferes. Taking a lot of damage. I have no idea why our shields are taking even damage. This shouldn't happen. For some reason it is though. I think there's a bug with the Starlancer where they think it's a bubble shield and doesn't have shield faces for some reason. But I guess we can still make do, right? I just got out of range here to regenerate some of my shields. Since it seems like they're all taking damage at the same time. Don't know if it's the turrets or maybe the shield is just bugged. Maybe it's an oversight of the Starlancer. But this shouldn't be the case. It should have shield faces. He's got so much damage. Holy. Our shield is down though. Luckily, we did get the car wreck. Nice. Just as our shield went down. But I've got another thing hitting me, I believe. Which is not very good. It's the C2, unfortunately. But I can see if I can go sit in the blind spot. Just need to regenerate some of my things here. If I can sit on the tummy, I will be safe. But our shields went up pretty quickly just because we've got so much regeneration. Luckily the C2 is not a big threat at all. Mostly the car wrecks. Little bit of lag there though. A lot of jumping. But we should be able to take it out before we get any big damage. Just there's another car wreck left. You can see we already made it red completely. Didn't even do much. And there we go. We've got the C2 as well. Now there's only one car wreck left that we need to defeat. Hopefully we can do this. Since the other one was very difficult. Plus it seems like our shield is completely bugged. We don't get shield faces, we get a bubble shield for some reason. Which doesn't make it ideal, but I guess it's fine. We get a lot of shield HP. I'm gonna see if I can take this car wreck and drag it a little bit closer to the C2 and the other car wreck. While fighting it, I don't want to be too far away from them, since we might lose sight of it. So far it hasn't targeted us just yet. There we go, about 8 kilometers, where the car wreck will target us. Let's quickly head over to the other guys here. Well, they're pretty close. Only the other car wreck is about 8 k's out. Guess we can fight here for now. Just gonna try to do the same thing. Just face tank all the shots since we don't really have too much maneuverability. We can here and there. We can kite, but other than that, not really. Okay, we're going to engage here. I'm just gonna upstrafe and try my best to avoid some of the shots as we get in. I kind of need to just head out a little bit since our shields is getting super low and we need a little bit of space so that we can avoid fire, which I don't think I'll get, but I'll try my best here. About 3Ks out, our shields can regenerate. Let's close the distance again. Their shields also regenerate though, which is not the best for us, but it's something we need. Okay, we're ready again. Or our shields at least. Let's see if we can run a little bit. They can't shoot us after 3K, so we're pretty decent here. Shields coming up again. We might be getting her soon. There we go. We got both GrimHEX and C2. Let's quickly take a look at the cargo, since there is an event going on, where cargo is important, right? I'll probably loot it on my own time, but just for interest sake. Take a look at the cargo here. We got corundum, 17 ACUs. We've got copper, only 3 ACUs. Let's go take a look at the other ones. Here is the other car rack, already scanned it. This one got 22 copper and 18 ACUs of corundum. Also quantanium. Let's take a look at the C2. Here is the C2. This one has 43 corundum and 39 copper, plus a whole 27 ACUs of quantanium, so very good actually. But hope you enjoyed this loadout. If you did, please leave a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, then you can watch these 2 videos right here. Also, a big thank you to my YouTube memberships. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.